welcome to another cost of living crisis video with Will.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm Jack. You didn't say welcome. Thank you, Jack.
I should have said that, shouldn't I?
You usually do. Don't know why you didn't. Right, so we are going to talk to you this week about some specifics to do with the cost of living crisis, and hopefully try and give people a little bit of a nudge, and just to say, look, you're not on your own. We're really getting into it now, Will. The energy price cap has gone up. There's reports about people's shopping going up by a massive, huge, over £250, just because of the increases in food prices. And what we want to talk about this week is there's going to be a lot of people out there, might be yourselves, thinking, hey, look, you're a great charity. I know what you do. You know, I've given to House of Bread or whatever. There's people more worse off than me. It's not for me. I won't get in touch. And what do I do if I do? You know, I'm panicking. I need to speak to somebody. But a charity like House of Bread isn't for me. And what we wanted to do with this video, Will, is to say, yeah, you can get in touch with us and what we would do, but also give you a heads up to another organisation who could point you in the right direction. So first off, let's chat about what we can do for people, Will. For me personally, if you're sitting at home thinking there's people worse off than me, the House of Bread isn't set up to help somebody like me, you've probably already been trying to hold on for longer than the average person. So you're more than entitled to get in touch and ask for help. And that could be any range of help, Will.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we're very conscious of is that you are sitting there, possibly on your own or with a family. Maybe you're keeping it to yourself and not sharing it with the family. So you're putting a lot of strain and stress on your mental health situation, your whole well-being. So therefore you will not be the person that you are normally, if that makes sense. So you probably won't be sleeping well, you probably won't be eating well, and so therefore you won't be thinking well. And those are the criteria that make for poor judgment, poor decision-making, panicking. And so I guess the answer is we're just articulating the issue, talking to us, is just saying there is a problem and there needs to be a journey out of it. And that is critically the first step, just saying, I'm not okay. And that's okay. If that makes sense.
It's never a good time to say that, but everybody is struggling. And we're seeing supermarkets, the big four supermarkets, lower their prices.
Yes, they are actually responding, which is
to keep up with the likes of Aldi and Lidl, who sell food cheaper. But that's another sign that big companies are acknowledging the cost of living crisis. So if you've got a problem with a supplier, like we've said before on these videos, Will, get in touch with the supplier because people are acknowledging this as an issue.
I know that sounds counter to what you want to do, and we've all been there, but you do need to open those letters. The customer service desks, I'm not saying they're all wonderful, lovely people, but I sort of am. They want to retain you as a customer. You know, things will level out, things will improve. So facing that challenge, it will go from being a large, hairy, mad, crazy thing to a more manageable thing for sure, both practically in terms of how they will accept a payment, adjustments and so forth, but they seem to be saying to us that they recognise this is a UK problem, retailers are responding, suppliers are responding, and that's because they recognise that everybody is involved in the same impact. So yeah, so supermarkets, for example, it's definitely worth having a look in supermarkets.
Shopping around, definitely. I mean, don't come to us for that advice, go to Martin Lewis or wherever you go.
Martin.
But it really, really is important. Now, Will, if somebody is sitting at home and this is the engagement they want to have, there are other places people can go that aren't us to get support.
Yeah, so I mean, critically, the CAB, Citizen Advice Bureau, are filled with all sorts of brilliant people who can help you through a lot of financial stuff. They can come alongside you, they can help with that debt, they can unpick some of the issues that you might be experiencing, work with your suppliers and you, depending on your level of need or what support you need from them. And the other thing is, if you're working or you're going to the DWP on a regular basis, for example, then make sure you're sharing that issue with whoever it is that's supporting you, because again they have mechanisms of supporting you. There are things that you are entitled to. So part of their role at DWP, for example, is to keep you on track and to make sure that you're entitled to the benefits that you need to get. And some of those are around fuel, some of those are around issues of things that you'll be dealing with. So it is the time where you need to be really realistic, get your budget sorted out, and realise that actually this is a UK problem, this is a global problem.
And people are setting up to help people in that particular...
Way more helplines are up and running. Customers are valuable to businesses, and they do see a longer term. I know there's always stories of disasters here and there, but that's not the normal experience. So yeah, you can either get in touch with us for encouragement and advice, we do all of that, or we can put you in touch with the agencies that can help you. But if you're thinking, well actually I could probably go and do that, if you feel able, do, but don't sit with it. Don't people can't read your mind, as I often say. We've mentioned a couple of agencies, but whoever you're dealing with, or however your crisis is coming down track, if you address it now, or seek to address it now, then it doesn't become that big horrible thing further down the road.
And if you watch these videos consecutively or watch them every week, that is something we pretty much say every week, and people might be going, oh, say something different. It really is important.
Every week, every day I speak to somebody and they say to me, oh, if only I got involved. If I'd engaged at the beginning, I wouldn't be where I am now. So that's why we repeat it.
It's really, really difficult to do, but definitely recommend doing it. I give out that advice, so does Will, and we still even need a nudge and don't do it sometimes. So it really, really is difficult, but if you can do that, it really, really does help. So yes, thank you very much for joining me, Will.
Thank you, Jeff. Good to be here.
Don't forget to like and share these videos. They are really, really important. If it's somebody way away on the other side of the world who's struggling with the same kind of thing, could be advice that they need to hear. So yeah, if you've enjoyed downstreaming this little video, we will return with hot news coming up at the end of the week, with some exciting stuff going on at House of Bread over the next few months, so do look out for that. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. As ever, goodbye.